Oh,
Well done.
I think you're lying to us.
Allemaal voelt, hè? So they have 3 females and 6 cubs.
Just like Animal Kingdom in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, what?
Part of one of the Disney World parks is called Animal Kingdoms, and they have a safari ride. Being tongue and shaken.
No, so this is one of our nice resident prides. So you get to see them more than most other people do. Well, at least I do. So watch the interaction now. Wait, thanks. You see that head rubbing?
Yeah.
It's one of the ways of solidifying the family bond. No.
And that's another,
No.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not gonna happen. Oh, no. Come quite easy. Watch the others now. This one's not Maniani. What's happening here is actually quite one of the quite fascinating things about lions. That all 3 of these females have cubs, all at different ages. So the biggest cubs are 11, 12 months now. Very close to about a year. And this lot are about 7 months, maybe 8 months now. And then this female actually has cubs that are about 3 weeks old, 4 weeks old.
Where are they? And where would they be?
They stashed on a den site just near here, so just over there.
And she's happy to leave them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really, really thick little bush. To get in there's quite a mission. You probably won't be able to see the cubs very clearly. But we occasionally do get to see them, but not very nice. So what she's doing here is what's called allo suckling. So it's suckling another one's cubs. She actually had something to eat this morning, so she fed on an impala which she stole from a leopard. So she got to eat a little bit. So this cub's taking advantage of that.
So they can give birth at any time of the year. It's not like a seasonal.
So they'll normally have cubs for about 16 months to 2 years before they'll try to give birth again. But if their cubs do die or get killed, they can come into estrus almost immediately.
Incredible. And so the male would that lead more of a solo life?
It depends. So I actually haven't seen a controlling male by himself in this area. There are areas where you do get controlling males by themselves, but in this particular area it seems the more social structure, the way, because of the density of the predators, So especially lions and leopards. There are lots of lions, lots of leopards in this area. They tend to do better forming coalitions, which is a group of male lions.
Right.
And then, so we have a coalition of 4 males or 4 brothers that are controlling males in this area. And yeah, but when a male does get to about 2.5, 3 years old, they normally get pushed out of the pride by the dominant males,
Yeah.
or the dominant males would have been pushed out, and then they've got to make a run for their lives.
Right.
So, but once they get to their prime, it's the opposite to the elephant. The lion, the males are in control.
I wouldn't argue with that.
So a male lion is almost double the size of a lioness.
Really.
Yeah. So a big female lioness, 120, 130 kilograms. Big male, 220, 230 kilograms.
Have we got a realistic chance of seeing a male?
We do have a chance. The males do patrol their territory quite often, so there's always a chance. And they move. These males move a lot, so there's a good chance we might see one. But the last guest didn't get to see one for very long, so I think they said they saw it for about 5 minutes.
I love them.
But like I was saying earlier, like with a lot of the properties here, we can drive on some properties, but we can't drive on others. So it is private land, which is one of the reasons why we are afforded this luxury of being able to go off the road and get this close to the lions. So, but the lions, they're not restricted.
Of course, yeah.
So they can go between properties, no problem. And what do you notice about the lions? Where they're lying? Also in the shade.
Yeah.
You can also see her breathing's quite laboured.
Yeah.
So, anyone know why?
It's hot.
Yeah. But why would be breathing fast help out a lion? Come on, you've been on safari.
Well, yeah.
So what's the answer?
I don't know.
So, like with cats or domestic dogs and cats, lions and a lot of the animals out here don't have sweat glands.
Oh, right.
So they can't regulate their body temperature through perspiration.
Oh, right.
So human beings is one of the few animals that can actually do that. And that's why we're so efficient during the daytime, is because we have that ability to sweat. Where lions, so during the daytime, human beings are actually apex predators. Where lions are at nighttime, when it's cooler. They don't have to worry too much about their body temperature and also their eyesight's more phenomenal at nighttime. So during the daytime we can operate 50 degrees Celsius or 120 degrees Fahrenheit at almost 100% capacity. Where if a lion's core body temperature changes by a couple of degrees during the heat of the day, it can actually die. So obviously it's in a short span of time. So that's why human beings could always push lions, and that's why lions will run away from us during the daytime. So instinctively they see a human being on foot during the daytime, they'll run away.
Okay.
Nighttime,
different
story.
We run.
Yeah. So they use their breathing to regulate their body temperature. Looks like this one's about to fall asleep while feeding.
But at this age, they must be able to feed somewhat off of a kill also.
From about 6 weeks, actually.
Yeah.
Can they?
I've seen cubs at 6 weeks old feeding off a kill. But so because lionesses need to hunt, they've got a very short gestation period. So it's roughly around 3 months. And because of the short gestation period, the cubs are quite underdeveloped. So that's why she'll be leaving these cubs in a den site, because they don't have that ability to fend for themselves. And they can't keep up with the pride. So what will happen is she'll go out and hunt, feed, and then come back and feed them.
Is it quite normal in the animal world for a mother to suck a babe that's not hers?
Within lions,
Yeah. And is it the same with other cats? Do other
so lions, as far as I know, are the only social cat. So I'm actually in control of the sighting. So Ryan, confirm me calling me.
Oh, look.
Make it work.
Incredible.
Beautiful.
So this is what lions do best, though.
Nothing.
Sleep. 20 hours a day.